Guess we're live. Yeah. Yes, we're live. We're live. Let me set my microphone. All right. Some sound. All good. Let's see. Now we need the race. Come on, let me watch this. Starting. Qualifying has already started from a minute already. It's always like that. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Fuck. Laptop. Hurry up. There we go. What's going on? What's this sound? Okay. All right, we're starting. If you're tuning in, welcome, guys. So we're ready for the Miami Grand Prix qualifying. Let's see, we have home hero, let's call it like that, Logan Sargent, and his first home Grand Prix. Congrats on him. Martin Brundle. You gotta love Martin. See if we can do something about this. Let's remove this. Yes. Something missing there. So Q1 has started. Now we have a lap with Logan Sargent. I guess it's one of the first to get out of the pit. Who's out there? I guess Bottas and Zoom are also on track. Hulkenberg already tapped the wall again. He's done the same in practice session. So let's see. 129.3 for Magnussen. First place. Norris is 2 tenths behind. Then followed by Russell. 129.8. Yeah, everybody are just putting in laps now. It's the first session. It's Q1. Verstappen, of course, goes fastest. 128.4. So Hulkenberg, yeah, missed the apex. Missed the apex and lost the rear. Leclerc, let's see. Fastest sector, first sector, it's Perez, 29.9. There you go. Welcome to Pedal to the Metal F1. Let's see what is going on here. So Perez is P1, 129.3, followed by Leclerc, 110 behind. Then Verstappen, Sainz, and Gasly and Ocon. Alpine are looking pretty good this weekend. And they really need it, considering the display of horror they had in Baku 2 weeks ago, last week. I can't help but think that, they should have placed this track in a nicer location, because you think Miami, and you think like about palm trees and sandy beaches and beautiful surroundings, and then the track, it's like it's next to a highway. But it's cool with the stadium. It's it's really cool, the stadium there, and the paddock that is inside the stadium. That's pretty cool. It's, that's really cool. It's like this is the only track where you have the paddock, the Formula One paddock, inside the stadium. It's it's really cool. So race control incident involving Magnussen and Hamilton for impeding. Who was impeding whom? I didn't check there. Beautiful fans here on the grandstand. So Williams coming in the pit. Bottas coming in. Let's see. Still 9 minutes to go, and drivers that are at risk of getting out of Q1 are Tsunoda in 16th position, followed by Norris, Russell, De Vries, and Hamilton. Well, I don't think Mercedes are going to be there for long, but let's watch. Now Russell is on a flyer, yeah. It's half a second down on the first sector. But of course, it's half a second down compared to Piastri, which is in P15. So he's not going that quick after all. That amazingly quick. Probably with this time it's gonna be good for like P8, P9 or something, P7. Out in front, it's still Perez first, Leclerc second, Verstappen third, Alonso in fourth position, followed by Magnussen. It's a home Grand Prix for us, so for sure they want to fare well on this track. There's some debris on the track. George Russell, 8th fastest. Yeah. It was a good time for 8. So Leclerc put it on first position, 127.8. So this starts to be interesting times, but we know that Verstappen went even quicker during free practice. So let's stay positive, but we have to see. Hamilton at the moment Hamilton is 20th, but he's on a flyer. He's definitely gonna put a list, in P9, P8, something like that. But yeah, this is P10, P10. This is really poor for Mercedes. Mercedes are looking so weak on this track. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. 5 minutes to go. Red Bull 1 and 2, followed by Ferrari, third and fourth, followed by Aston Martin, fifth and sixth. So Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Alonso, Stroll. And then in P7, Magnussen, followed by the two Alpine of Ocon and Gasly, and then Hamilton, 10th position. Well, it looks like pretty much, two drivers of the same car for each position. We have an interesting livery here for Red Bull. It's the special Miami livery. I like those things, when they come up with events, like livery for a special event, and things like that. They are entertaining. So, so now, besides the two Red Bull out in front, position are starting to shuffle a little bit, and cars and driver are mixing it up. We have Leclerc in third. Then here we have a replay. Oh dear, look at that. An unsafe release by AlphaTauri. Hülkenberg just stopped right in time. Just moments before crashing into that AlphaTauri. That was a close call, yeah? So Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Hülkenberg in fourth. Unbelievable. Bottas in fifth. Then Sainz, sixth position. Albon, seven. De Vries, eight. Alonso, nine. Tsunoda, 10. This is looking weird. By now, Mercedes are 16th and 17th, and McLaren are just bottom of the pile. Really sorry for McLaren. It's a team that I respect a lot, and I like Norris as a driver, of course. So I hope they can do better than that. They deserve a little better. Nobody deserves to be at the bottom of the pile, but it's a dirty job, and somebody's got to do it. And now it seems like it's McLaren's turn to be bottom of the pile. Is there Jeff Bezos is on the pit wall of McLaren pit wall. Let's see if he can bring them a little bit of luck. Magnussen, third fastest. As are on fire. As are on fire. Now fourth and fifth, because Leclerc just improved this time and it's third again. So it seems like Red Bull are unreachable, and then behind it's just everybody's game. Oh, Sainz goes second fastest, but still it's 3 tenths behind Verstappen. Verstappen with the fastest lap of 1:27.3. Considering this is Q1, it's pretty likely that Verstappen is going underneath the 1.26, 1.27 for sure. Perhaps even a low 126. I cannot believe Mercedes 18th and 19th position. Let's see, this is less chance. This is less chance for everyone. At the moment, Mercedes are out in Q1. This would be unbelievable for a team that has dominated qualifying for about 8 years from 2014 to 2021. So now they're improving. Hamilton and Russell are improving, but so it's everyone. Everyone is improving. Gasly ninth. Russell goes 10th. Hamilton is also coming to, yeah, Hamilton in 6th. Yeah, that would have been really, that would have been unbelievable, if Mercedes wouldn't make it out of Q1. So let's see. Look at that, McLaren. They seem to be out of Q1. Norris in 16 and Piastri in 19. Piastri is already past the checkered flag. Both McLarens out. Unbelievable. Poor Logan Sargent is in last position, 20th place, for his first home Grand Prix. Sorry for you, man. Sorry. What happened to Stroll? Stroll in 18th position. Is it because the lap was deleted or something? What happened there? We don't know. Q1 has just ended and it's already a lot of drama. McLaren both out of Q1. Poor guys. They really deserve better than that. They deserve much better than that. So, what's your bet for pole? I guess it's Red Bull all the way, and Verstappen is looking likely to grab pole. Perez this weekend just Perez was being magical in Baku last week, but in Miami it's a Verstappen track. It's absolutely a Verstappen track. He was always fastest during the free practice session, so it's pretty likely that he's gonna grab pole. So now we have to wait for the commercial. Do you like commercials? I don't. Yeah, maybe turn the volume down so I don't have to hear the commercials. Let's see if we have some news. So Albon, for Williams, Albon gets into Q2. Logan Sargent is sadly eliminated in Q1. Definitely needs to push tomorrow. After late. So Norris, Tsunoda, Stroll, Piastri and Sargent eliminated in Q1. Poor Norris. Well, the volume is so high now. So we are starting, we are ready for Q2. Finally. Finally ready for Q2. So no further investigation for impeding accident. No further investigation for unsafe release. And no further investigation for the Zhou Guanyu and Carlos Sainz moment. So no further investigations at all. Yeah, we have some nice swimming pools with the Hard Rock Stadium logo at the bottom of the pools. What happened to the fake beach with the yacht? With the yacht? So, out in front, to Red Bull, they come out of the pit lane now. Q2 is starting. Couple of tenths. That's about it. The advantage that Verstappen has over teammate Perez. Alex Albono is in the pits. Who's that guy? I know this guy. No. Nice. So, in lap for everyone who's got out there. We have Verstappen, Perez, Magnussen, Hamilton, Hulkenberg, Russell, Alonso, and Guan Yu Zhou are on track. And waiting in the pit, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Bottas, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, and De Vries. So Verstappen starts with the time lap. Followed by Perez. (29.1) for Verstappen in the first sector. 29.2 for Perez. So it's already 1/10 advantage for Verstappen in this first sector. Yeah, just Red Bull are so quick, you know, even in the slow part, 1 minute 2 seconds, 0.5 in the second sector for Verstappen. They can just, you know, hug the curb, you know, just whip through. 127.1. Wow, look at that. Unbelievable. So Mercedes on used tires, they're 1 second behind Red Bull. 1.2. 1 second for Russell and 1.2 for Hamilton. Alonso 127.4. It's a little less than 4/10 behind Verstappen. So it seems like Verstappen is much quicker than Perez. It's always a couple tenths faster than him. He has a couple tenths on this track. Which is a lot. Which is really a lot. So let's see. Haas are at the moment fourth and fifth. As they look like they want to be the surprise of this Grand Prix. So we have some drive 10 minutes to go. Some drivers that are slowing down in the final sector before starting a quick lap. Now we have a time lap for Ocon. First sector, the best time is for Verstappen, 29 second point 1. It's the quickest first sector. Let's see what Ocon can do. Gasly is also on a fast lap. (29.4) for Ocon. Just 3/10, already 3/10 behind Verstappen, just only in the first sector. So Gasly is taking advantage of a bit of tow granted by teammate Ocon. Esteban Ocon, 127.6. 5/10 behind Verstappen. Alonso is in third position. For some reason, Ferrari are still in the pit. No time. What's going on with Ferrari? Ah, there you go. They're out on track. So let's follow Leclerc. Sainz as the fastest first sector, which is encouraging. So Ferrari, they've been a little bit stronger than Red Bull in the second sector. They need to push hard here. So Sainz is 200ths of a second down on Verstappen time in the second sector. It's two purple sector for Sainz. Leclerc, it's 410 behind 127.5. Last sector couldn't make it. Sainz. Just few hundreds behind Verstappen, like 300s behind Verstappen. Really couldn't make it in the last sector. Well, this is still Q2. So let's see what happens in the final session in Q3. So it looks like Sainz is definitely more comfortable than what he displayed in Baku last week with second quickest time for now and very, very close to Verstappen. But I think Verstappen has a little bit extra on his sleeves because this is still Q2 and now in Q3 they're gonna go all in, pull the engine up. Oh, Perez clipped the wall. It's unbelievable that Perez clips the wall here on a relatively large circuit in Baku. It was just flying through those walls. That's the irony. Let's see, last 5 minutes before we go to Q3. Russell and Hamilton at the moment are 11th and 12th, so they are virtually out of Q2. And also both Alfa Romeo and De Vries in 14th position. Hülkenberg and Magnussen 9th and 10th. So us are looking like they want to steal the Q3 in place of Mercedes. They want to relegate Mercedes to 11 and 12. That would be cool. Let's see if Alfa Romeo can get out of this danger area. So both Bottas and Zhou are improving. Both on two personal best. Alonso is on a out lap and also Ocon. Hülkenberg is also on a out lap. Ocon puts it in 7th, Bottas in 6th. Leclerc is in 5th position, 4 tenths behind Verstappen. I don't think he's at risk, but you never know how the others can improve their time, because they're pretty much there. Between Perez and Hülkenberg, there is not a huge gap. So between 3rd and 10th, there's like 6 tenths. It's not that great of a gap, let's say. So everyone can be at risk, starting from Leclerc, I would say, which is 4 tenths behind Verstappen. What happened to Alonso here out of the peak? Oh, another unsafe release by us. That was really dangerous. That was really dangerous. Oh dear, oh dear. Alonso had to pretty much stop, otherwise he would just run into the ass. He will run into that ass. If you say it like that, it's pretty funny, isn't it? Leclerc spotted the best middle sector so far. Let's see if he can put it in first position. And he does. 126.9. Yeah, the track is changing. The track is changing, is improving. So we're gonna see time into the 126 now in Q3 for sure. What's going on here? Am I losing signal? Come on! Not now. Come back, come on. We're almost to Q3 now. Why the hell this thing is moving? Ah, yeah, that's why. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hamilton will start from P13. And Russell is in 10th position. Wow. Lewis Hamilton is 13 on the grid. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze. Wow. Lewis Hamilton, P13, on track. Not happy at all. He's out of qualifying. Unbelievable. He had a bit of a snap in the slow part of the track in the second sector with all the left and right, a lot of sliding. This is the worst ever qualifying on US soil for Lewis Hamilton. Wow. That is unbelievable. So we're almost there. Q3. Let's have a bit of a break, get something to drink, and then I'm back. And we're back. What's going on here? Not ideal for Hamilton, really terrible, terrible lap. Terrible lap for Lewis. Sure, Lewis is going to stay up all night with his engineer to try and see what he can improve, what he can do better, because that lap was really disappointing. And for a driver of his caliber, to start in P13 uh, without having issues, without crashing or having some damage, on the car, that's frustrating. And for him, it's actually a bit humiliating. Let's see what Norris. Norris says that the upgrades are working well, they do what they should do, but it is what it is. The car is not much different than. So Norris talking about a new floor, which is an update, but of course it's just a different direction that they're going with the car. It's not really giving them lap time, right away. Poor Norris, poor Norris. Perez is cooling off. Stroll saying that nothing. We just put a set of tire and we're going through, and the other went through, and they did a little better. Shit happens. Horner, let's see what Horner has to say. Man, what's going on here with the signal? Converse -1. Can you please come back, signal? Let's see what's going on here. So Q3, it's about to start now. Green flag, and Q3, it's officially started. The countdown has started. Let's see, nobody's out on track. Red Bull, yeah. Now Red Bull are coming out of the pit. Hmm. Why am I seeing this again? Can you please come back for me? Let's see. Let's see if now it's working. Yeah. So, waiting in the pit, the two Ferrari, Bottas and Gasly. and all the others are out on track. Daniel Ricciardo is in the box. Yeah, Daniel. Everybody loves Daniel. A big round of cheers as soon as the camera switched on Daniel Ricciardo inside the Red Bull box. Just watching along with the engineer the action out on track. Something's wrong with my throat today. Alonso says wind is picking up. Always need to hear what Alonso says. It can always be interesting. In case you're wondering why am I wearing glasses at night, it's because I had a little surgery under my eyes with a laser surgery, and my eyes, they look like two potatoes. So it's not a great thing to watch at the moment. But I wanted to be here. I love Formula One and I like being here, so there you go. Wearing glasses for you. So this is when it counts. This is when it counts. Perez is flying in the first sector and through the second sector. It's a little bit gusty out there. It's gonna make it even more trickier to get a perfect lap. Perez just put the two purple sector, quickest purple sector, first and second, underneath 1.2 minutes, it's 1.1. Foot to the floor, charge to the line for Perez, and it's 126.8. We are into the 126s now. Who can beat that? Who can beat that? Let's see, let's see. Now it's when it matters. Russell 127.8. It's almost a second behind Perez. And Gasly put it in third, 127.7. It's a decent lap for Gasly. Leclerc quickest in the second sector. Ferrari have been really strong in the second sector. Let's see, Magnussen 27.7 into the top three. Oh shit. Oh shit. Lock up for Leclerc in the final corners. That it's cost him dear. It's only 6 fast at 127.8, 1 second behind. And Sainz puts it in third position. Alonso, it's in second position. What happened to Verstappen? Verstappen didn't put a lap time yet. Verstappen is still waiting. Bottas is also inside the pits. So at the moment Perez is on pole, followed by Alonso and then Sainz in third position. That's what happened to Verstappen. Yeah, he went wide. Probably a gust of wind on the side put put him off balance, and he went wide. He lost grip, and he gave up on that lap. Leclerc is still pushing. Why? Who knows? This is not a time lap. It's just rushing to get into the pits, probably. Yes, he is. And so is Sainz. They're all getting into the pits, probably to put a new set of soft tires. I mean, if the starting position would be as it is now, it would be very interesting. I mean, I'm not happy for Leclerc being in seventh position, but having Perez and Alonso out in front, followed by Sainz and Magnussen in fourth position, Gasly in fifth on the third row alongside with Russell, and then Leclerc, Ocon, and Verstappen in ninth and Bottas 10th. That would be pretty shuffle up. That would be cool. Especially having Alonso in second position. We know Alonso is a great starter. He has that one lap, first lap magic, Alonso. Let's see, these are the last 4 minutes. Last chance for everyone to put it on pole. This is it. It's now or never. What's going on here? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you stopping? Come on. Tailwind into turn 17. Let's see, what have you got, Max? What have you got? Is he gonna put it on pole when the pressure is on? When it matters, when it counts? He has done it in the past. He has done it before, so there is no reason why he cannot do it again. 3 minutes to go. Everybody are out. Everybody are out on the hot lap, warming up their tires. I guess Leclerc is out in front. He wants to make sure that he puts in a quick time. He doesn't want to be impeded by any yellow flags or people running out of tracks or crashing. So the Ferraris are out in front, trying to put a quick lap. So let's see, the first sector, quickest, it's Perez, 28.9 in the first sector for Perez. Big power from the engine, big grip from the new tires, very low on fuel. Oh shit! I cannot believe it. Oh god. Leclerc crashed again into the wall. I cannot fucking believe it. If they red flag. Red flag. Oh. What an underwhelming end of this qualifying. Oh dear, look at that. How did he do that? Charles, what's going on with you this weekend? So, Q3 will not be resumed. this is it. Perez starts on pole and is definitely happy because his teammate Verstappen is in ninth position. Dude, you're quite lucky, Perez. You're quite lucky. Alonso is in second, so we're gonna have a great start with Perez and Alonso on the first row. Sainz and Magnussen on the second row. Magnussen will start P4. Well done, As. Well done. Well done at your own Grand Prix. Then on the third row we have Gasly and Russell. Fourth row, Leclerc and Ocon. And in the fifth row, ninth, Verstappen, 10th, Bottas. Max Verstappen couldn't set a time. Ah, pretty unlucky. Very unlucky. Couldn't set a time because Leclerc, who was out in front, just crashed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Leclerc is not in a good shape this weekend. It's definitely not in a good shape. He already crashed on Friday, second practice, second free practice, and he crashed again now in Q3. Uh, Perez is counting his blessings. The guy is on a lucky run. He's definitely on a luck run. He was lucky last weekend in Baku. I mean, he has done great. He has done great. He didn't put a foot wrong. Oh, he lost it. He lost it on the curb. Look at that. Just before turn 6 and 7, he lost it. Oh, just started spinning. Oh man. No, let's hope he didn't damage the gearbox. Otherwise, there would be a penalty. He would get a 10 place grid penalty for sure if he has damaged the gearbox. Leclerc, I love you a lot, but what have you done? What have you done? What's going on with you, man? Uh, it's really sad. It's underwhelming, to finish like that. Yes, Amir was Leclerc. Leclerc was out in front at the last round of quick laps and he just crashed it. He lost it on a curb. He lost it on the curb in turn 6, between 6 and 7. Just went on the curb, just lost it and started spinning around and eventually just crashed into the wall, into the barriers with the back of the car. So there could be some damage at the gearbox. Wow. So let's see, top 3. We have Perez, Alonso and Sainz. Danica Patrick interviewing them. Again. Thank you for mentioning again. Sainz, you're half a second behind Perez. We are not doing well. I'm Ferrari. We're not doing well. I mean, it's for sure it's better than what Mercedes are showing, but it's not like it's not that Ferrari needs to only prove that they can do a little better than Mercedes if they are still half a second behind the leaders, which in this case is Red Bull. So, yeah, Carlos, make a better job. For sure, probably you'll do a better job than your teammate because Charles is really, it's really not, like they reverse. Last weekend, Sainz was not feeling comfortable in Baku, and Charles instead Leclerc was really flying through the walls. And now here it seems like Carlos Sainz is looking a little better than Leclerc. Yeah. For sure, everybody will say that they were doing a great sector before the red flag came out. This is what all the drivers says. So, Fernando, P2. So he says that the car came alive in qualifying. They were trying some setup changes in FP3, and it wasn't right. So they change it again and go back to a more likable setup for qualifying. And the car came alive, and he put it on P2 on the front row. So well done, Fernando. Well done. Looking forward to see a great start with Alonso starting in P2 on the front row alongside Perez. Alonso, the problem is that you didn't have the a quick car. That's why. Yes, exactly. Didn't have a fast car like he has now. This is the problem. Now you have a fast car and you can show to everyone that you are still the quick driver that you used to be. So, Sergio Perez, well done. We have to say that Sergio's been pretty lucky, yeah, in this qualifying session because he was well behind his teammate Verstappen, always a couple tenths behind in every session, and he was even behind the Ferraris. He was mixing it up with the Ferraris. So to end up in P1 in front of the Ferraris and so far ahead of his teammate who was unlucky with the red flag, I mean, it's a great turnaround of fortune for him. And probably he didn't even deserve it. But, luck is on his side. Luck is on his side, and this makes it more interesting and entertaining to watch for us. The street racing king. That's how they call him. He's done very well in the street races, so he deserves that. I'm falling asleep. It's nice to have these races when here in Europe it's like evening, but it makes it a bit more difficult to do live stream because you feel kind of clunky and tired since I woke up very early this morning. I've done a lot of things during the day. Probably would have been better if I would have just watched the the qualifying, but it's nice to be here and try to build up this channel, try to build up a community, and you know, get in touch with other fans alike that they like the sport, they like talking about the sport, and we can share this passion together. This is the aim of starting this channel. Let's see where we can take it to. So, qualifying is done. So let's look at the standings. Who made it? Who's made it? We have for sure Sergio Perez in pole position on the front row alongside Alonso in P2. Then we have Sainz P3 alongside Magnussen P4. It's loading forever. Come on, help me out. Don't remember the rest of the grid. Everything is running a bit slow here. What? So, okay, let's wrap it up. Let's see. We have Perez on pole, on the front row alongside Alonso. Then we have Sainz and Magnussen, P3 and P4. On the third row, we have Gasly in fifth position alongside Russell. Then Leclerc, who crashed into the wall in turn 6. It's in seventh position alongside Ocon. Of course, we need to see if Leclerc has damage on his gearbox, if he's going to get any penalties, that they will put him back on the grid. And then P9 Verstappen, he couldn't set a lap time because of the red flag, and also because he didn't get out of the pit in the first round of laps, of quick laps. So it was good for Perez to do that instead, and this has granted him pole. and Bottas P10 to finish the top 10. Then in 11th we have Albon, 12th Hülkenberg, in 13th position Lewis Hamilton, very disappointing for Hamilton, 14th position Guan Yu Zhou, 15 De Vries, 16 Norris, Tsunoda, Stroll, Piastri, and 20th last position Logan Sargent, home hero Logan Sargent. So this is the starting grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix. We're going to live stream here again. We're going to be here. Wish you have a great Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning. I don't know where you are in the world, probably